Revelio.
Could be some of Ranrock's loyalists in there. Best be careful. No sign of Lodgok out here. He must be inside already.
Revelio.
Look at the size of this mob.
Something seems wrong.
This place is teeming with Ranrock's loyalists. I have to keep my wits about me. Revelio. This cart ought to get me deeper into the mine.
Who's there? Over here.
Lumos.
Bombarda. Protego. Stupid.
They can outlast me!
Stupid.
Lucky, that's all!
Stupid.
Why? Stupid!
Bombarda. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Just like Gringotts. But I'm in the driver's seat this time.
Something seems wrong.
How deep will this take me?
Ranrock's gonna be pleased with our progress. Who was on that car? And it's throw your hand with his car, will you?
That has to be the end up ahead.
Revelio. Incendio.
I wonder where these pipes go.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Revelio. Petrificus totalis. Incendio. Revelio. Petrificus totalis.
Someone's here.
Bombarda. Incendio. Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Revelio. Revelio.
Enjoy suffering, do ya?
Repulso. Accio. Bombarda. Incendio. Accio. Confringo. Repulso. Revelio.
Ranrock's vision of goblins ruling over wizards will be fulfilled.
Revelio. Repulso. Accio.
What's keeping us from fighting? Couldn't pay me enough to sit here.
Revelio. Flipendo. Accio. Revelio.
Fighters will see their world crumble.
Petrificus totalis.
It's always my turn. What's going on out there? Such arrogance. One less human to worry about. Someone... Ranrock won't be... I won't be...
Rodrigo. Stupid. Incendio.
Stop it!
Stupefy.
This is almost...
Incendio. Confringo. Revelio.
Where does this one lead? Off the beaten path, I suspect. These devices run on steam power.
Incendio. Revelio.
Ranrock is here. I only hope Lodgok doesn't cross paths with him.
Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
I hope I can get to Ranrock before Lodgok does.
Revelio.
Another drill is complete. The wizarding world will Let's get...
I can end this right now. I have to destroy the drill and stop Ranrock's devices.
Incendio. Bombarda. No! Potato. Stupefy. Glacius. Stupefy. Protego. Glaciers. Expelliarmus. Debolso. Glaciers. Confringo.
That was a close one.
Revelio. Accio. Depulso.
I have to find a way to stop that drill.
Accio. Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda.
That is unfortunate. No matter, we will build another. I found this one lurking outside. Lord Gok, come to make amends, little brother.
I came to stop this.
What is this you've brought me? It cannot be. All this time, you knew. You knew where it was.
Are you alright?
I'll never understand you, Lord Gok. So, Gollum, that witch did not consider you an equal. She, like all wizard kind, sought only to use you.
You're wrong, Ranrock.
The young ones are especially deceitful. They are taught to hide their disgust for us, as they exploit us.
Astonishing that our ancestors ever trusted each other.
All this time, looking everywhere for the final repository, searching in vain for Bragbor's last journal. Wasted my time, chasing a child. And my little brother knew where it was all along. But now, I don't need you. I don't need any of you.
I was bringing it to you.
You are a traitor to our kind! No! Avada Kedavra!
Poor Lord Gok. Dead by his brother's hand. No wonder he tried so hard to reason with him.
Revelio.
Now to get out of this blasted place. I'll send word to Fig to meet me in the map chamber. He and the Keepers need to know Ranrock has that journal and knows where the final repository is.
Revelio.
Petrificus Totalis.
Bombarda. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Confringo. Bombarda. Defender. Arresto momentum. Incendio. Protego. Bombarda.
Get away!
Accio. Incendio.
Won't distract me!
Bombarda.
Pity, not quite. I won't rest. Dead. Oh, that was meant for me.
Accio. Incendio. Bombarda.
You won't stop me. Kill spells glance off of me.
Glacius.
You can't stop me.
Expelliarmus. Glacius. Confringo.
I've been fighting since
Defender.
before you were born.
Arresto momentum. Defender.
Stupid to come here.
Bombarda.
Was that your best?
Glacius.
You won't get away with that.
Compulso. Accio. Incendio. Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio.
Who's there?
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Likely she saw him and there just to swim a daily profit.
Or perhaps Mr. Hill mentioned it to her the last time she was in.
Revelio.
I beg your pardon, but would you mind helping out an old friend?
Is everything all right?
Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you for asking. I'm Betty. Betty Bugbrook. And no, everything is not all right. It's my dear friend Hazel. She's in trouble.
Hazel?
Yes. Oh, she's a unicorn. Known her for years. She doesn't like to leave the forest, so I visit her once a week to brush out her mane and bring her some treats. Her coat is glorious. Well, the last time I saw her, we were violently attacked by a pack of wolves. Hazel, loyal friend that she is, leapt in front to protect me, and in the process, I fear she may have been injured.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I want to help her, but she seems to have gone into hiding. Out of fear, I'd imagine. I know you Hogwarts students learn a fair bit about caring for beasts. Perhaps you could find my unicorn friend and get her somewhere safe so that she can heal.
How did you become so close with the unicorn?
It was luck, truly. I came across her when she was a little golden foal. Didn't even have a horn yet. Oh, she trusted me straight away. We'd play together for hours. Oh, I do hope she'll be all right. Unicorn hair is a valuable wand core, and I suppose losing a hair or two mightn't hurt her. But I'm terrified those poachers will want her for her blood, to keep themselves alive. And that is more than I can bear to think of.
I'll keep an eye out for your unicorn friend and take her to safety if I see her.
Oh, you've a good soul. I can always tell. Please, don't risk your own safety, though. I don't know precisely where she is, but I can tell you that her den is north of Hogsmeade. And although I haven't been able to brush her lately, I imagine she still has the brightest, most beautiful coat of her entire herd. Remember, you'll know her by her brilliant coat. Oh, and be warned, she's a stubborn girl. She may need some convincing to come with you.
I need to look for a unicorn with a beautifully bright coat. It sounds as if she's in trouble. I need to look for a unicorn with a beautifully bright coat. It sounds as if she's in trouble.
Wingardium Leviosa makes light work, I always
Hello
say.
there. Please, come in. Let me know if you need help finding anything. I've heard that our dear Clementine drew you into her butterfly escapades. Unusual girl. Still, it takes all sorts. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
I swear, none of you'd have a head left on your shoulders if you didn't have me keeping you in check.
Come on, Hazel.
Revelio.
Hazel must be here somewhere. Revelio. I can take Hazel back to a vivarium now. I should let Madame Bugbrook know she's safe.
Revelio. Levioso.
No need to be difficult. I mean...
Flipendo. Levioso. Expelliarmus.
Now, I'm only trying to help.
Levioso. Cabalso.
Settle yourself. I mean, you...
Revelio.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Revelio certainly never revealed the charm of my potions, so back when I was at school.
Did you find my pointy pony?
Madam Bugbrook, I found your unicorn friend Hazel.
Oh, what a relief! Is she all right? Are you all right? Do you have a safe place for her to stay?
We're both fine, and I can keep her safe, I promise. But I wonder if you can help me with the costs of caring for her.
Oh, I'm so relieved. And of course, it's worth almost any amount of galleons to make sure my dear girl is cared for. Take good care of Hazel now.
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
Sebastian has gone too far. You saw what lies in the catacomb. I cannot stay here.
Wait, Anne, please.
Ominous. He was willing to put the whole hamlet and himself in danger on the chance that some old relic could help to heal me. I'm sorry, Ominous. Make sure he's all right, will you?
I'm glad you're here.
I received your owl. Where's Sebastian?
Inside the catacomb. Frankly, I was surprised you weren't with him.
Ominous,
Stop. You did what you had to do, and I agreed. It might well have salvaged my friendship with Sebastian for the moment.
You did agree, and it did save your friendship with Sebastian.
For the moment. I thought we'd gone too far before, but Sebastian is in real trouble now. I'm going back into the catacomb to find him. Anne's right. He and the entire hamlet are in danger. The place is crawling with Inferi.
Inferi? What are you talking about?
You'll see. We need to hurry. Sebastian must not be in his right mind.
Last time we were here, this place was crawling with spiders.
We're about to face worse. Let's find Sebastian quickly.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso. Revelio. Where was Sebastian when you and Anne found him?
Just ahead, in the great room.
Leviosa. Incendio. Bombarda. Protego. Stupefy. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Ringo. Protego. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Revelio.
There weren't this many Inferi before.
And there's no sign of Sebastian. Whoa. Incendio. Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Protego. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacier. Confringo. Repulsor. Incendio.
Leviosa.
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Hold on a moment. I was so worried about Sebastian I didn't even realize. Anne's gone to get Solomon. When she first saw the Inferi, she thought Sebastian was being attacked. But then he showed her the relic and said he'd learned how to use it.
The carvings on the relic were Inferi, and Sebastian somehow created them.
Not exactly. He's controlling them. This is powerful dark magic. Creating Inferi is incredibly difficult, but controlling them... As Anne and I frantically barricaded the Inferi to keep them from escaping, Sebastian kept mumbling about healing Anne. When Anne said she couldn't stay here, I didn't realize what she meant.
Solomon threatened to go to the headmaster if he heard of Sebastian dealing with dark magic.
I need to get to Hogwarts. I must get to Professor Black first. Twist the story a bit, make him think it's a family fight. I'll be back as soon as I can. See if you can talk some sense into Sebastian. Be careful.
Revelio. How many Inferi are there?
Confringo. Revelio.
The Inferi. They're everywhere.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Protego. Stupefy. Bombarda. Confringo. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Repulsor. Confringo. Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Confringo. Bombarda. Incendio. Protego. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
There's Sebastian. Sebastian,
I told you, the relic is the answer. I've been trying to reverse the dark magic that injured Anne, but this will allow me to control it. Just as I can control the Inferi.
control. I had to fight the Inferi all the way.
What have the two of you done? Accio relic!
Solomon, don't! The relic! You'll pay for this!
But two of you have gone too far! I'm ending this!
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender. Leviosa. Defender. Arresto momentum.
Leviosa incendio!
Levioso!
Incendio! Levioso!
Levioso! Defender!
Sorry, you'd have to be
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Depulso! Glacius!
Incendio! Levioso! Potato!
Glacius! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Depulso! Vectus!
I am protecting you, you foolish boy! Now you've gone too far. Levioso! Incendio!
Confringo! Glacius! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Mr. Talon! Stop!
How dare you!
Depulso! Sendo! Confringo!
Sorry, you'd have to be
Expelliarmus! Potato! Stupefy! Stupefy! Confringo! Glacius! Expelliarmus!
Now you've gone too
Potato!
far.
Flipper! Defender!
Potato!
Levioso! Flipendo! Levioso! Levioso! Flipendo!
Sorry, you'd have to be done.
Defender! Arresto Momentum! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Levioso! Incendio!
Bombarda! Bombarda!
Now you've gone too far.
Incendio!
Confringo! Confringo!
Incendio!
Potato!
Bombarda! Incendio! Confringo! Depulso! Confringo!
She cannot be healed, Sebastian. You must stop.
I won't let her suffer! Avada Kedavra!
You've made your choice.
Oh, Anne. What have you done? I must get out of here.
I can't let him leave. Sebastian, wait! Stop, Sebastian. Hold on.
What is it?
Why wouldn't you stop? I was calling after you.
Anne won't survive this. She's withering away, inside and out. Solomon's never been there for us, not really. He gave up on Anne. I'll never give up on her. You saw him, didn't you? He was going to ruin her life. He attacked us. I had to use the killing curse. You know I did. If I hadn't known how to cast it...
You went too far, Sebastian.
I can't think right now. I need to leave. I can't stay here. I need to find Ominous.
Sebastian.
Please, I'm not myself right now. Let's meet later, at the Undercroft, all right?
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Some days are more difficult than others.
Natty, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
It's not your fault, Natty. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it.
That is what my mother says. But he died protecting me. And I cannot help but feel guilty over that. I find myself reliving the moment more often than I would like. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Each day they remain free, they do more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get them. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get them, beginning with Harlow. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
Off on another adventure, are we?
You made it.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Did you discover why people avoid this cave?
Ridiculous, really. Rumour was that the cave drove people mad. I couldn't find any account by someone who had been in the cave, though. So either it is a rumour, or anyone who went in wasn't in any state to speak of it afterwards.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
Revelio.
You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
It's another aggressive
Bombard.
one.
Protego. Stupid. Defender. Flipendo.
Expelliarmus. What is going on with them?
Defender. Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Revelio. Incendio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Depulso. Revelio. Depulso. Arresto momentum. Revelio.
Voipers.
I beg your pardon?
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The Voiper's song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Revelio. Accio.
If the Moonstone is here and so are Voipers, I wonder if it's being protected.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Depulso. Accio.
Why am I not surprised? First the Voipers and now this.
Revelio.
We need to find moths for those spills.
Lumos. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Perhaps the runes on the walls have something to do with finding the moths.
Depulso. Depulso. Revelio.
Another obstacle. No matter. I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Depulso. Accio.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Depulso. Arresto momentum. Depulso.
Merlin, it's beautiful.
Glacius.
Lumos.
Depulso.
Lumos.
You did it!
Revelio.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this again.
Levioso. Defendo. Levioso. Defendo. Levioso!
Arrest the momentum!
Levioso! Revelio! Defender! Confringo! Revelio!
Look, where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Should we take a closer look?
You read my mind. Merlin, it's even more beautiful close up. It's got to be.
Revelio.
I just know it.
Confringo!
Given what Swoopers are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
Very funny.
Confringo!
I'm just thinking how it's proof that poachers haven't been here, assuming this is where the Moonstone is. Which
Revelio.
means we're one step ahead of them. We found it! It's like staring directly at the moon. Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall. That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely... We knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
Whatever it is, it had better have to do with Snidgets.
The clock is ticking in that regard, isn't it? Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
How's your Gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it. I think we can safely say we know where the Moonstone goes.
Whoa!
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the Moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on Highwing or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met Highwing, actually
I'd love to hear about how you and Highwing met.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Merlin? I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
What was it like growing up in a family of poachers?
The thing I remember most was how much we moved around, always chasing the next big kill. It was chaotic and dangerous and nowhere a child should ever grow up.
Do your parents know about the things you do now? Saving that dragon from the fighting ring, for instance.
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there. Acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that it has. Now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to see sense. But sadly, I suspect that wouldn't do any good.
We were around so many poachers in the tent. Were you not worried about being recognized?
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me. That's how they got to Gran.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the Moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are.
I don't know why you don't just get a snitch from inside.
Because I told...
Potato!
She's devastated. She just buried your uncle alone.
I did it for her.
Sebastian, Anne can't bear the thought of turning you in, but...
What? Turn me in? She saw what happened.
I'll give you some time to think, Sebastian.
Turn me in?
Sebastian.
Did you hear that? You saw what happened. I never wanted to hurt my uncle.
I know.
I can't believe he's gone. How did things go so wrong? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to... Oh, Anne, I was only trying to help. I can't leave now. Anne needs me more than ever. You understand. You can talk to Ominous. Make him understand. He listens to you. I need to be with Anne.
Don't worry, Sebastian. I shall speak with Ominous.
Thank you. You're a good friend, truly. No matter what happens from here, I'm glad we met.
Poor Sebastian.
Ominous?
What a mess. I can't believe it. After I last saw you, I went straight to Hogwarts. Before I had time to talk to Black, I heard from Anne. I rushed to Feldcroft and found her with Solomon's body. She was beside herself with grief. Part of her wants Sebastian to face the consequences, another part can't bear the thought of it. I don't want to lose Sebastian, but I don't think we have a choice.
We do have a choice. What good will it do to turn him in now? He clearly regrets everything. He's not going to do anything like this again.
We've both heard that before.
But we also need to think about Anne. She's lost her health, now she's lost her uncle. Do you really want to take her brother away from her too?
I understand what you're saying. Perhaps you're right. As much as I believe that Sebastian should pay for his actions, we'd only be punishing Anne as well. I hope we're doing the right thing. I'll talk to Anne. If it comes from me, she'll agree with this decision.
Thank you, Ominous. You're a good friend.
Whatever lies ahead, we must face it together. That I know.
I hope Professor Fig got my owl. I need to tell him and the Keepers that Ranrock knows where the last repository is.
According to the owl I received, Ranrock is moving more quickly than we could have anticipated.
This is grave news indeed. We had hoped for more time to discuss the best path forward.
Let us hear what the student has to say.
Professor, you received my owl. Ranrock has the last of Bragbor's journals. He killed Lodgok to get it. He knows where the last repository is.
Godric's heart.
Lodgok and Ranrock were brothers. Lodgok was bringing the journal to me.
Ranrock is a monster. We need to know where the final repository is.
Surely this changes things. Ranrock has Bragbor's journals and knows where the final repository is.
We obliviated Bragbor. He kept journals? Why would he have documented all of this? He didn't know what we were containing.
Isadora told Bragbor about the magic when she asked him to build a container for her. I've seen her memories.
Isadora left memories for someone to find? You know what she did?
Her memories showed what she did for her father, which I also saw in Professor Rookwood's pensive. And a conversation with Bragbor in which she expressed frustration about the limits being placed on her use of ancient magic.
Based upon the memories they have seen, I believe our young friend is well aware of the grave circumstances in which we find ourselves. The next trial will involve an exceptional level of magical skill and a nuanced ability to interact with beasts. Find a face of stone and tendrils. I should advise you that you must engage with any beast that is part of the trial on your own. Professor Bakar will meet you in his pensive room.
An exceptional level of magical skill? Nuanced ability to interact with beasts? I suppose we should begin our search for a face of stone and tendrils, whatever that may be.
Very well.
Professor Weasley has been keeping an eye on me. Perhaps we should meet there, so she has no reason to raise concerns with Professor Black. I shall see you near the coast. Perhaps then you can tell me a little more about the memories of Isadora that you witnessed.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall...
Actually...
Deke thinks you've made marvelous improvements here.
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Seems pleasant.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Stupefy! What have you done?
Bombarda! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Perhaps I'll find more Horklumps while I'm there. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters.
Confringo!
That's all the Horklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Revelio! Confringo. Lumos. Incendio. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or we'll do it together. Bombarda. Confringo. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupefy. Confringo. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Levioso. Arresto Momentum. Bombarda. Confringo. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Bombarda. Stupefy. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Levioso. Defendo. Arresto Momentum. Flipendo. Protego. Stupefy. Confringo. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Incendio. Stupefy. Confringo. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupefy. Levioso. Defendo. Glacius. Confringo.
Expelliarmus! Stupefy!
Should think they felt that in London.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio. Revelio.
I think that's everything. I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Pardon me? Might I ask a favor of you?
Goody. Hope you're not here for a knotgrass sprig, because I'm not entirely sure I have them in stock. Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Sometimes it seems all roads.
Pardon me? Might I ask a favor of you?
Hello. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do? I'm Satirissa Tugwood, and I have an exciting business proposition for you. Now, it may surprise you to learn that someone of my obvious esteemed lineage would be in business. But I only want to help the less fortunate.
That's incredibly nice of you.
Oh, there's more. You see, I've been experimenting with a new beauty cream. A cream that will rid our glorious school of the hideous, greasy pustules plaguing our poor pubescent classmates. But I've run out of the key ingredient, boobotuber pus. Boobotubers do grow in the Forbidden Forest, however. If only I could pay someone to collect a few for me.
What precisely are boobotubers?
Disgusting things, really, covered in protrusions. One needs to squeeze them to collect the pus. They smell simply awful and seem to move on their own. Ugh, I wouldn't go near the things if it weren't for my devotion to my classmates.
How on earth did you discover that boobotuber pus clears one's skin?
One cannot rely on spells for all appearance enhancements. The errant cast, for example, could relocate one's eyebrows entirely rather than merely thinning them. My darling and now perpetually surprised-looking neighbour discovered that on her own. Poor thing. I am convinced that beauty potions are the future. I'm forever looking for ways to make this world a more beautiful place. I suspected that if pure boobotuber pus could cause boils, an altered form would likely reverse such abominations. And I was correct.
I can try and find some for you if I have the time.
Marvellous. I'd go myself, but I don't want to. I only need a few boobotubers, but they grow wild, so you'll have to look around. Our spotty classmates are counting on you, so you mustn't tarry.
Into the Forbidden Forest for boobotubers. I hope it's worth the risk.
Those that go to Azkaban get the other day.
If it thinks it's got half a chance,
There. Come in, look around, and if you've been eating chocolate frogs,
That's what the authorities are for, they say.
Next thing you know, it's unforgivable curse.
I'll fix him. Charm grinder.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw. We could have cheered them on together.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories. I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Oh, I do hope Mary and her neighbours aren't harmed.
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely. But I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn, by the way. I trade in the surrounding hamlets. Do the most business in Arranshire. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens. Just the other day, the Daily Prophet ran an article on its scenic hedgerows. Actually, before I go on, I should ask, are you afraid of spiders?
Spiders don't bother me at all. You'd be impressed by how many I've dispatched lately.
Lucky you. The hamlet's overrun with the vile things, and they're acting abnormally aggressively. I'm concerned about my customers, of course, but it appears that most of the hamlet's residents fled to safety. It's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard from her, and I fear she's trapped in her cottage.
Understandable, but why don't you check on her yourself?
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the eight-legged beasts, which I, unlike you, seem incapable of conquering. I don't know what to do. Can you think of anyone who can help Mary?
Why are there so many spiders in Arranshire all of a sudden?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen so many spiders in all of my life. It's almost as if someone's breeding them. They've trapped the entire hamlet in webs. I was lucky to escape it all. Mary always has a way with these beasts. It's very concerning not to hear from her.
Why is it you can't conquer your fear of spiders?
When I was a small child, I was being tormented and chased by a group of local bullies and slid into the hollow of a tree to hide. Within moments, spiders were crawling over every inch of my body. Seemed I'd stumbled on a nest. I couldn't move, paralysed by fear of the spiders and an equally profound fear of the wizards I knew were just outside the tree. I was there for what seemed hours. I can feel their legs on me now just talking about it. Ugh.
Why didn't you ask the Ministry for help?
I did. Reached out to anyone who would listen. Tried Minister Spout old Spavin himself. But evidently they have their hands full with who knows what else. It seems this little hamlet has to fend for itself.
I'll try my very best, Mr. Dunn.
Please do. If you can think of anyone that may be brave enough to help, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. They'll find Arranshire southeast of Hogsmeade, just below the train station.
Folk still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle. You certainly made an impression.
Fallen feathers in her quills. That's a conscientious and kind woman if ever I've met one. By myself scouring over that is my last nerve. What?
Mr. Dunn, about...
Those infernal beasts overran the town. I was hoping...
He'll see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
You said Mr. Lawley was your ex-business partner. What were you working on?
I had an idea to train venomous tentacula, create guard plants, if you will, that attacked when ordered. We hit a snag when one ate Lawley's Kneasel. After that, he cut me out of the business, the short-sighted fiend.
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacula in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing two snidgets with one stone.
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit. And I can get my business going minus any competition.
I'll get the venomous tentacula for you.
Marvelous. I know a fellow seeker of justice when I see one. Take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Seems I need to find Mr. Lawley's cellar. This must be it. This must be the cellar. Now to find that venomous tentacula. Better not let Mr. Lawley see me. Revelio.
What could be stirring? Stop! Can't bend it!
Revelio. Better not let Mr. Lawley see me.
What could be stirring? Stop! Can't bend it!
Revelio. Better not let Mr. Lawley see me. Revelio. Where is that venomous tentacula? Now that I have the venomous tentacula, I should return to Mr. Barnes.
Bombarda! Accio! Incendio! Protego! Stupefy! Incendio! Bombarda!
So many spiders. I wonder if they've given up the hole.
Incendio! Confringo! Cabalso! Protego! Stupefy! Glacius! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Glacius! Confringo!
Cursed fiends.
Revelio! Confringo! Revelio.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Any luck retrieving a certain friend of mine from a former friend of mine?
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. We'll see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
It wasn't as easy to come by as I had expected. I'd like to be paid for my troubles.
Only fair, I suppose. I can respect your business acumen. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Thank you again for your help. I suspect you have a bright future.
I wondered if you might teach me how to cast that curse you mentioned.
Oh, which one?
I'd like to learn how to cast the killing curse.
After all that's happened? Very well. You need to be precise with your wand movement. The incantation is Avada Kedavra. Are there any other curses you'd like to learn?
That's all I wanted to learn for now. Thank you.
Of course. You're the only one with whom I would entrust such knowledge. Let's speak again soon.
Bombarda!
Not sure what I did to deserve that.